Hi, I'm Canadian artist Roxanne Jervis, and I have done a video on making a grid to enlarge a picture. And yesterday, while I was working on another piece, I realized that there are actually 3 or 4 different ways to make your grid even more powerful. So I'm going to show you on this right here. This is a picture of a chicken, as you can tell, and I've put a 1-inch grid on the page. And if I were enlarging this to a canvas that was, say, 2 feet by 4 feet or 3 feet by 4 feet, I'm going to need a lot more detail, especially around the head, because to get that grid working up, it's going to be pretty hard just to follow it like this. The other thing is, when you are doing an enlargement, you take what you are going to enlarge, and when you do the grid on the canvas, center it on the canvas where you want it. Don't go from the edge. Start doing your drawing from the middle. You may have extra space on each side that's outside of the grid. You may not need the whole grid, but this way you can get your subject matter centered on the canvas. So you can start by numbering the squares, but when you have the squares on the canvas, start putting this in the middle section. Another way of making this a bit more accurate, and I will mark them on the side here because I think that it will be easier for you to see, but this is the normal grid, and then there's a more detailed grid, and you can do that by putting an X through here. So I will do that on the bird, just on this area. I also suggest, if you're going right to the canvas, use what I have, the watercolor pencils. This is a Staedtler one, but they are all over, and it is a pencil that you can put water on, and you can actually use it as a painting, but this way you're not having to erase pencil lines after the fact. The other way you can do it to improve is you can do a cross through the middle of the square. And if you have really fine detail work, you can do the combination of the cross Now that will do pretty well for most areas. Should you have an area that's very, very difficult, there's way too much detail, it has to be enlarged really huge, you can do this cross here and here, and then divide these squares equally. I'm not measuring, it would take me too much time. And after that, if you're really needing more detail, you can do the X through the middle, this way and this way. So there's the 1-inch grid, there's the X grid inside the 1-inch, there's the cross grid, and then you can have the super, which not many people will need that, but you can have the super grid. That should really give you a good start. I'm not going to need that much of a grid for what I'm working on, but I did need some help. So hope this helps, and see you soon. Please subscribe. It will help us to get more videos made. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.